This is Puppets by Arlee. I'm Arlee, and this is how you cover wooden marionette feet with felt. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Now, I like to cover my marionette feet with felt because it does a fabric covering, and also it makes a nice padding for when the feet hit the stage, so it cuts down on sound. All right, in order to cover the feet with felt, you're going to have to make a pattern. So take regular masking tape, and you're going to cover the top part of the foot with masking tape. And I like to use the straight edge of the tape along the straight edge of the foot. And we're gently going to tape all around one foot. And actually, we're going to take this tape off as a pattern, so sometimes if you dust up the tape so it doesn't stick so well, that helps when you remove it. And create a top part of your pattern as far as you want the pattern to go in, next to the leg. And the felt will stretch a little bit and give kind of a 3D shape. And once you've got your foot covered in a way that you like, now it's time to take the tape off. So in this design, I'm going to put a seam at the front of the toe and a seam at the back of the heel, and then a seam all the way around the bottom of the sole. I actually have my pattern from when I cut out my foot originally, so save that. We'll also use that. Take a box cutter and do a little slit down the center. Then peel it up. Trying to keep the pattern together. You can put your seams wherever you want, but I like this method because it's kind of like what some real shoes do. All right, now Gently peel it off. And cut all the way on the back of the heel. Then take that scrap piece of paper right here and put it on. Then cut this out. And we're going to true this pattern, which means we're going to make it symmetrical. So there's my shape. So I'm going to trace one side and flip it and trace the other side. I should do this in 2 different colors to keep track. Get some pattern weights here. All right, there's one side. Turn it over and trace another version of it as close to the first version you did. And then, as you can see, between my 2 lines, I did a red and a blue. So take the middle of each of those, just kind of eyeball what it would be between each of those. Then cut this out. And then as a final step to get it symmetrical, fold it in half and cut away places that don't match up. All right. So if you don't have your piece that you cut the bottom of the foot, you can simply trace that. Then get some felt. I have 2 pieces of felt. So since I'm going to cover a lot of feet with this felt, I'm just going to put 1 piece on top of the other. And take my pattern. Pin it on. Cut that out. Then I have some black felt here. Cut out 2 feet bottoms. All right, now I have two of each. Next, it's time to sew these bad boys on. So, take 1 foot covering and lay it across. And you're going to stretch the 2 edges to the back. Looking at the back here. And we're going to sew up the heel seam first. So get some thread that matches your top. And I like to use a curved needle. Put a knot at the end. And pulling the felt will stretch from the very back of the heel. Pull those 2 together and whip stitch it in place. And it's a good rule of thumb when hand stitching, always do a knot every inch that you stitch. I like to do double thread and do 1 or 2 granny knots on top, just to be sure that my knot doesn't slip out. Right, now on to the front. This one I'm going to start toe. And tie a knot off here. Then take one of your black felt pieces, fold it in half to find where the toe point is. Then lay it down on there. And we're gonna whip stitch this together. Every inch you sew, make a knot. Also, the nice thing about using felt on the bottom of the feet is it cuts down on the noise of the wood clacking on the stage. And there you have it, felt covered feet ready for the stage. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe.